Hello everybody, BrioS here, and behold my very Asian face. And today I thought I'd switch on my face cam for you guys, and that's because I am making this pretty short video to talk about something that many of us have been asking for in the community and something that PGI suddenly dropped upon us, and that's 8v8 QuickPlay. Yep, lo and behold, this morning when I woke up, it was suddenly 8v8. Discord was going wild with all sorts of comments about it, and yeah, people were already streaming it, so pretty interesting. And before I go into my thoughts about it, let's take a look at the link here from the main page. So if you zoom in, as you can see, lots of comments in the forums, so you can go to the forums. I try to avoid it, too much yelling in hollow silos, trying to get a point across. I try to keep my life positive, so I avoid the forums. You can find me elsewhere. But anyway, lots of comments about it. And before I share with you my thoughts on 8v8 in its current form, which is the purpose of this short video, I thought I'll share why they are doing it. Firstly, they're only doing it from March 17 until patch day on March 22nd, 2022. The official reason is that they are compiling gameplay and server data for event mode queue. I wonder, how are they going to evaluate the data? What are they looking for? Do they have somebody specializing in data analysis? There is a skill to actually analyzing data properly. One of my pet peeves is people making casual correlations. You can Google it, but that's not the purpose of this video. I'll just take it at face value. They're taking some data for the event mode queue. If you're not familiar with event mode queue, it's an idea that the community managers put forth some time back, and I think it was mainly Matt talking about it. They were saying that they are considering putting this up, and this is I think the hidden agenda is they're trying to tell us they are doing something because the roadmap was pretty empty. So they're just telling us nicely that, oh, we are still doing something other than what empty shit we put in the roadmap. So yeah, so maybe event mode is coming, and they're trying to get data for it. So okay, so be it. So it's 8v8, that means 8 per side compared to 12 per side, which is as per usual. And I did play a few hours after it dropped, and I thought I'd share this with some thoughts with you guys. Oh, but first, a funny story. To show you how sudden PGI just dropped it on us. One of the streamers, Grolsch, really nice guy, good player also, better than me. The link to his Twitch channel is in the description below. He was actually streaming 12v12. I was asleep because the world is round and there are time zones. He was actually streaming live on Twitch, and one match was 12v12, and the next match suddenly, whoa, 8v8. Then all the people in chat were going, wow, what's happening? There was much confusion in that sense. So yep, that shows how sudden PGI dropped it upon us, just like that. So anyway, to get straight to the point, so like I said, this short video is about my thoughts on 8v8. And all this is based on, actually about, I say 6 hours here. I have a nice little visual, I hope you like it. It says 6 hours, but I played about 8 hours, I like the game, so I play more. So I had played about 8 hours to get some thoughts about this and present to you guys. And in this about 8 hours of gameplay, I did 3 kinds of drops, so at least you know how I got my thoughts through, or rather what I played, what I tried before I present to you my summary of my thoughts. I started by doing solo drops, and then I went to group drops with an above average team, basically tier 1s, 90% drowsiness and above, not the top tier 99% Bowser, GRAM kind of stuff, nope, but basically just tier 1 drops. And I also dropped with a whole bunch of tier 4, tier 5 players, lower tier players to be blunt about it, so just to see the effect of me in tier 1, that is in the group. And I'm not even a top tier player. I'm okay, I would like to think, but I am no Bowser. So anyway, I present to you this stuff here, you can see below. And yeah, these are my thoughts with a nice visual to make you understand what I'm talking about better. So let's get down to it. So firstly, we have the effects of groups. So 12v12, the effects of groups was already terrible. Hence, we have the term soup queue, solo, group, soup. So soup queue. Yeah, the effect of groups already terrible. 4-man groups, that is. And now with the team size down to 8, the group makes up to 50% of the whole team. And that's not good actually, because game's already inconsistent with groups inside at 12v12. I'm talking about either you the effect of a top tier 99% super high power JGX GRAM kind of group mates, or the effect of a tier 3 group going up against the same tier 1 group. Because don't forget, Matchmaker, we have no idea how it works for groups, but we do know that Matchmaker matches from tier 1 to tier 3. So you can have a whole bunch of people who just entered tier 3 from tier 4 going up against top tier comp players, and yep, all 4 per side. That might not be balanced, and it's not balanced before. And now it's even worse because 50% of the group is of the team is a group. So if you get a very good group, well, easy win, and the other team is screwed. And if you get a group of 4 tier 3 players, just an example here, who just entered tier 3, and you go up against, well, top tier players on the other side, there's almost no chance you will win. Very tough. Yes, with teamworks, etc., but not likely. So in short, the consistency of the gameplay is now even higher in terms of variance, more inconsistency, and that's a bad thing. So in short, groups bad. So yep, now groups more bad if 8v8. And number 2, I did drop with tier 5 players, tier 5, tier 4 players. I don't like to do it, so I didn't do it that long, I think about an hour. But I did really want to feel what it was like, and I called that an out of tier player, because in a group of 4, I think it was like 2 tier 5s, 1 tier 4, and me tier 1. So basically we're probably getting tier 4 drops, and we did see cadets in game, so probably true. And yeah, it wasn't so nice. Basically, yeah, the effect of a tier 1 player basically skewed the game a lot. Yeah, I did still lose a few matches. There's still 7 others in the team, but yes, it is even more pronounced than 12v12. And that is also a problem, because imagine if alts start doing this, people creating alts coming in, the consistency of the gameplay yet again is gone. So that is a problem. And not to mention that you can also be dragged up. So if you are a cadet dropping with 3 tier 1 players because they're your buddies, you'll probably be dragged up to tier 3, and tier 3 will be matched with tier 1. So I had one match like this, and this poor new guy was dropping in tier 1 with tier 1s. He played an Annihilator on Rubelite, and he did I think 57 damage and died sadly. So my team, he was on my team, we lost 1/8, that's I think 16% of the team just like that. And yeah, it wasn't nice. So basically, it skews the quality of the gameplay too much. That's number 2. And number 3, yeah, being 8v8, I've noticed a lot more tiny discrepancies. Several times, we had a team of 0 or 1 assault versus like 4 on the other side. And a few of the matches we could have won, but there was just too much armor to chew through. So that's the problem with tonnage discrepancy. Yet again, matchmakers screwing up, and we all know matchmakers are a bit screwed up. So in short, based on 1 to 3, groups bad, matchmaker bad. So yeah, I'll tell you what my thoughts are about improving this later, but just remember, groups bad, matchmaker bad. So yeah, that's the problem. On the positive note, we have number 4 and number 5. So it's good that you have more personal accountability, where basically your effect, you can feel that you have an effect on the game rather. So in 12v12, sometimes there's nothing much you can do. But now you're part of the team, it's a smaller team, you are more accountable for the win. And I think that's what a lot of people probably want. And if anybody gets salty, I know a few streamers who get a bit salty when they lose, they blame the team. Anyway, yeah, it's more their fault because you could have done more in 8v8. So yeah, personal ownership is more, rather than just rely on the team to carry you all the time. So yep, that is a great thing actually. And number 5, I think that's the best thing for me. Queue times were significantly shorter and games were faster, so you can get more game time in. On a similar note, because the games are shorter, you get less farming and less match score, which affects events. Especially right now, we got the loot bag event, and yeah, the match score is related to the challenges. But anyway, as I was saying, shorter queue time is nice, so you get games faster. As a streamer, when I actually stream on Twitch, my Twitch channel, the link is below. Yeah, as we queue, we wait, Normally we streamers we engage the community, they chat by watching YouTube videos or commenting about other stuff like the Bristol stool chart. But you can Google it, I'm not going to tell you about that. And yeah, but with this game so fast and furious, So I wasn't able to show many videos, and that's a good thing, which is fine. So in short, those are my thoughts on the 8v8 QuickPlay Weekend. In short, to summarize, do I like it in its current form? In a black and white world? Binary world? No, not in its current form. I still prefer 12v12. I repeat, underline, current form. And that's with groups and with the current style of matchmaking. Those I feel are the two biggest problems. And that brings to my suggestion, if PGI, if you're listening, I think most people will tell you this if you actually listen to them. If you want 8v8, even for event queue or for permanency, two things need to be done. These are really important. Number one is actually fixing groups. Instead of a 4-man group, you should drop it to a 2-man group. 2 out of 8 is okay. 4 out of 8 is too much influence. And not only do you drop the group size to 2, you should also limit tonnage. Because we don't want like 2 annihilators coming in. That's, as you can see from number 3 in my list, too much tonnage discrepancy between the different teams. Too much difference. So anyway, drop the group size to 2 and set a tonnage limit. Maybe 160 or rather 170, and minimum is 60, thereabouts, you know. So it's a bit more balanced that way. And that was number 1, fixing groups. And number 2, introduce secondary matchmaker or whatever you call it, secondary lobby matchmaker or whatever you call it. And that's basically after you get 16 people together into a lobby, you break it into 8-8, but you also match for 2 things, tonnage and skill level. Somehow it can be done. Tonnage is easy. Like in those matches where I had 0 assaults on my team versus 4 on the other team, it will be very easy for PGI to just take 1 or 2 of the assaults and shift it to the other side, because, you know, secondary level of matchmaking. And that should be done, because I had a few matches where I had 0 assaults versus 4 or 1 versus 4. Just shift 1 or 2 over, and after that maybe just look at skill level, tiers, PSR. If they have more data, maybe like Giles this, you know, the percentage rating, stuff like that, to make it a bit more balanced. So in short, that will give more consistent gameplay, because I found the quality of gameplay very inconsistent with this. So I really hope they either do the fixes or they switch back to 12v12 pretty fast. But anyway, that's a short video. I probably talked too much already. That's a flaw of me. I talk too much. On the 8v8 QuickPlay Weekend. So let's hope PGI actually listens to what I'm saying. I think a lot of people have a lot of experience, intellectual. I'm not that intellectual, but a lot of people who are experienced in the game will probably say the same thing. So we'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, just enjoy what it is. If you don't like it, just take a break, because it's only until patch day, March 22nd. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the short video. And I will be dropping a video on a Jaeger build soon, which I really enjoy playing, showing gameplay from the 8v8. But there'll probably be not today. But anyway, till next time guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys around. Bye! Ciao!